And hello, my name is Mike McGuire. Welcome to episode 3 of Mike on a Monday. It's great to be here. Thanksgiving Monday here in Canada. Why does it happen before America's? I don't know. Probably should have researched that before doing the show. If you look behind me, it's a lovely green wall here. Gonna try something new. The green screen effect, if you would. It's 2010. I just figured out how to do it now. A lot of you may be familiar with this technology because it's used often in the news for weather, where if you'd like to have, a map of Canada, you can see there's a low pressure coming in from over here. But this high pressure should do something. Had I actually become a meteorologist or studied any of this, I might know what that something is. Or if you're a fan of Wayne's World, you know that something like this can take you anywhere you want to go. For example, Delaware. I'm in Delaware. Suing guys that don't have a budget? Not cool. You can be in Niagara Falls. You can be in that crappy motel room I stayed at in Niagara Falls. You could be with friends. You could be up my buddy Dave's nose. You could even be white noise like in that scary movie. Go! Go now! Run! The possibilities are endless. Another really cool place you can go with the green screen? How about Backstage, the Johnny Reid tour? A Place Called Love is the name of the tour, opening up for Johnny an act that he discovered along the way called the Stellas. I had a chance to catch up with Brad, Mary Lynn, and find out just what it's like to be on the road with the biggest star in the country.
It's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect.
We were both, I mean, I've played in bands my whole life, whatever, since I was a little kid. Her whole family plays and sings, and her dad was a phenomenal musician, and there's 8 of them, and they all play and sing, and so we've always been doing music, just not together. And then we met, we were
20. We got together when we were 20.
And we started playing music right away.
How did this Sconadian fella come into your lives?
Like that.
His manager, actually, Tracy. Brad had met her in Toronto years back, and she actually grew up in the same area as me, so we went to school together, and then we bumped into her randomly in Nashville, and she came out to see us play, and
Thought it'd be a good fit.
I really learned a lot. Love is like a flame. It burns you inside. Love hurts. Ooh, love.
It was like I was just laughing because the thing is too is that it's sold out for 4 nights in a row, right? So I mean, I'm looking at the room and just being like, there's no way that there's gonna be people in these seats, right? Because when you're doing sound check, it's empty and everything. I'm like, okay, well maybe they just don't use the balconies or whatever because there's a few tiers, right? And then there's a curtain, so when we walk out, it's the first time that it's full, and it's like, I can't even believe that it's full. And when every night that it's just, I mean, but then I watch his show and it's like, I get it,
right?
I mean,
it's no wonder.
It's not like, you know, it's a completely over the top, like world class.
It's an unbelievable show.
It's really, really over the top and phenomenal. So I mean, I understand, and there's people going, 3-4 nights in a row.
The same people, and they're coming up to us being like, "I saw you last night."
That's the thing. I mean, I don't know that many artists that I would do that, but I would absolutely with Johnny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you surprised just to see how receptive the fans were? Intermission, they come out in droves just to say hi.
Yeah.
Incredibly
absolutely.
surprised.
It was really, we're doing the same thing in a little town in Whitby, Ontario, playing the same songs in a pub to 15 or 20 people.
And his audience is so incredible. Like, there's such
overwhelming,
incredible people that, in all reality, if we could pick an audience, it'd be like, hi guys. So, I mean, it's just such a great audience, and they're so appreciative and just super awesome.
What first caught your attention about them?
I think their down to earth attitude, their humbleness, their truthful lyric, and their talent. I mean, you know, they always say the cream rises to the top, and Tracy Wilder came up to me and she said, "Have you ever heard of the Stellas?" I said, "No, I've never heard of them." She said, "You know, you should really have a listen. They're really good." And I said, "Where are they from?" They said, "Well, they're originally from Oshawa, Ontario." I said, "They're Canadian?" She said, "Yeah." So she gave me the CD, and I never listened to it for about a week and a half until my wife said to me, "Hey, what's this?" And I said, "Oh, it's something Tracy gave me." She goes, "Well, what is it?" And I said, "Well, it's a couple that was on a show." She goes, "Have you listened?" I said, "No." She said, "Well, you should listen." And I said, "Oh, I've just not had the chance." She said, "Put this in and have a listen." She said, "You never know." And I put it in, and the first song that came on was In This House, a song that Mary Lynn had written for her dad who passed. And I stopped the car and I looked at my wife and I said, "You know, that's not only one of the best songs I've heard, but that girl's voice is incredible. It's one of the best voices I've ever heard."
All is quiet in our humble home. Lonely, but I'm not alone. 'Cause I can hear you laugh in every room. You just hear me cry, too hard to say goodbye. So I hold tight, I won't let go. Every night I pray you'll know that I make room in my bed, even though you're not there. When I'm sitting at the table, no one sits in your chair. I wait every morning for your footsteps on the stairs. You're gone, but you live on in this house. Everything reminds me of a day I can't forget. Black clouds, black cars, black dress. Now everyone around me says I should be moving on. Lord knows I'm not that strong. So I hold tight, I won't let go. Every night I pray you'll know that I make room in my bed, even though you're not there. When I'm sitting at the table, no one sits in your chair. I wait every morning for your footsteps on the stairs. You're gone, but you live on in this house. Oh, I cry myself to sleep so I can see you in a dream. And I believe in you the way that you believed in me. So I make room in my bed, even though you're not there. When I'm sitting at the table, no one sits in your chair. I wait every morning for your footsteps on the stairs. You're gone, but you live on in this house. in this house. All is quiet in our humble home. I don't want.
This is my my new pedal board. Okay, this is the top of it, right? Watch this. Hello. Oh, Giovanna.
You're not missing socks, are you?
No, but thanks.
These are the lone socks from the laundry. I'm trying to find a home for them.
Bam. Bam. Oh, bam.
Isn't that great?
I won't do that again. It's got to be.
This is the after party pizza. Hey?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, you guys got lots of toppings on it.
He's gone in there. The best idea that I had for Stellas merchandise was the Brad hair.
Michael, teamwork. This is teamwork right here. Look at this.
That is awesome. I can't even believe that is lit.
Does it work?
That is great. That's actually pretty.
We couldn't even kiss on stage now. It'd be like,
Johnny is being extremely kind to us, and he's gonna loan us one of his prized possessions.
The white shoes. No, it's not.
Is this a requirement of working with Johnny? Is it you have to?
You know, it might become one.
Ready?
I love the double, the double Dutch sock.
Yeah.
Love the paisley.
Hold on, that's
There's nothing like a
commitment.
paisley sock.
Teacher's pet.
I love it. I love it.
People take second best, but I won't take anything less. It's got to be, yeah, perfect.
Last but not least, I promised the lady at the show 2 nights ago that I would say Lorraine from Peace River is glad that you turned in your comb for a microphone.
Well, tell Lorraine from Peace River that I am very happy that I turned in my comb as well. However, I still find myself from time to time standing in the mirror with my comb and singing. So thank you very much, Lorraine, and I look forward to seeing you.